EFF leader Julius Malema and party MP Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi are back at the Randburg Magistrate Court today for the assault case. The two are accused of assaulting a police officer at the funeral of Winnie Madikizela-Mandela in 2018 in an incident that was caught on closed-circuit television cameras. Malema and Ndlozi allegedly pushed Colonel Johannes Venter after he tried to deny them access to the cemetery, saying they were not accredited to enter. The pair pleaded not guilty to the charge and have not taken to the stand to give their version of events. Right, let's get more on this from our reporter Abongile Dumarco. Very good afternoon, Abongile. Take us through what happened in court.
Good afternoon, Zinga. Well, certainly, as you have alluded in your introduction, EFF leader Julius Malema and, of course, MP Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi are back here at the Magistrate Court in Randburg to actually get to listen to some of the evidence that is coming through from Leon Kingball, who actually happens to work at the Fourways Memorial Park where the incident allegedly happened back in 2018. He actually is painting into detail as to what unfolded, leading to the scuffle that we saw happening between Julius Malema, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, and of course Johannes Venter, who actually was the last to give evidence at this court last year in October when you were here. Well, Leon Kingball does paint the fact that he's got the footage, and he's the one who actually decided to store the footage and keep it safe at his house because he knew that it was going to be crucial for the court to utilize in as far as this evidence coming in is concerned. He's telling the court, of course, that he still has some soft copy and one on a hard drive in as far as the whole incident that was unfolding. But the defense team of the two, that is now Julius Malema and Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, is not convinced that with the information that he's bringing to the fore, that was actually coming out during cross-examination, that he's being legit in as far as this whole incident is taking place. Because if he's going to keep several copies of what has happened in the form of a soft copy or in the form of a hard drive, or even to keep pictures of what happened there, they might end up deteriorating in terms of clarity and what actually is contained in those particular pictures. And of course, being cross-examined by the state, saying that he's adamant that he did what was best as somebody who works at the cemetery in as far as when incidents of this nature happen, he actually makes it a point that he captures it and keeps the evidence for purposes of what is transpiring in court as we are seeing this afternoon, Zinga.
What next, Abongile?
Well, just before lunch, James Bronkhorst, who actually is a member of the SABC, who was actually given the evidence by Kingball, is the one now who's actually currently on the stand. He's giving evidence, his version of events. He says he was there when the incident happened. And then he was actually given the evidence in the form of the footage and the pictures that were taken during that incident. Now, just before we took a break for lunch, he was actually telling the court some of the things that he does in as far as his work is concerned, which includes to do forensic investigations and analyze footage in as far as what would have happened in an incident of this nature where Johannes Venter was allegedly assaulted by EFF leader Julius Malema and Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. He will continue then after lunch. In fact, these were the two witnesses that were set down to come and give evidence in this case for today. Then afterwards, after lunch, we're expecting the court to adjourn, and then we are back again tomorrow with further witnesses to take place. And of course, on Thursday will be the third day for this hearing that has been set down for these 3 days. And of course, we're anticipating that maybe on the third day, which will be on Thursday, Julius Malema or even Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi will take to the stand and actually get to say their side of events following this cross-examination and evidence that has been given between this morning and this afternoon.
Abongile Dumarco, SABC reporter, he outside the Randburg Magistrates Court there. He will keep us updated on those proceedings throughout the course of the day and the next 2 days as well. Abongile, thanks so much for that crossing.